say start yet. No speed racers over here. Wait till I give directions. So what you do is just get your test. I'm going to tell you like a little regular classroom and turn it upside down. We're trying to instill and implement following orders too. This is part of being the best of the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We're the best of mankind, best in everything, best in study habits, discipline, everything. Is that the last one? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم وأما بعد. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, truly and verily all praise is due to Allah. We praise Him and seek only His forgiveness. We also seek refuge in Allah from the evil of our nafs, which is our carnal desires, and from the sayyat, which is our minor sins. Those whom Allah wills to be guided to Islam, no one can lead them astray. And those whom Allah wills to be led astray, no one can guide. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, the one God who has no partners. And I bear witness that Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his slave and his messenger, Amaanee. Inshallah, today we're going to have a quarterly Tauheed test. This test consists of 53 questions. And this test entails all of the studies that we went over in the last 3 or 4 months, however long we started this Tauheed class. It's an entail also the book Foundation, the other book called Tauheed, and any other topics that we discussed in the last couple of months. To pass the test is 80% or better. To pass the test is 80% or better, A's and B's, and those who receive the 80% or better, they will receive a certificate of understanding in the area of Tauheed. Okay? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when he sent Mu'adh ibn Jabal to Yemen, and he told him to teach them the deen, he said, what is the first thing that you would teach them? He said, the first thing I would teach them is about Tauheed. And then when they have a firm understanding of that, then I will teach them about the salat. Then when they get a firm understanding of that, then I will teach them about the obligations of zakat. So we're trying to follow the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with regards to Tauheed being the first thing that should be taught. And so if you get 80% or better, then inshallah you will have a firm understanding of the subject matter of Tauheed. And then we will move on to the next subject of fiqh, which will be the salat. Okay? We're going to do this. And inshallah, when everybody gets 80%, alhamdulillah, we will go into the salat class. We're going to istinja, ghusl, wudu, fitra, the mechanics of the whole salat, all of that. We finish that, you get tested on the salat, we go into tashahhud. Everything is going to be in Arabic. The tashahhud, everything. We're going to go through that. Everybody that needs this class, to get that 80% or better certificate for your understanding of salat, you will know the tashahhud, you know everything in Arabic, inshallah. That's the intent. Okay, we're trying to step it up.
For those who don't know what Tauheed means, can you elaborate on that, please?
If I do, then I will be giving one of the questions on the test.
What we get right.
So, if you do not know the answer to any of the questions, just feel free to leave it blank. Because at the end of the test, we're going to go over all the questions. And those who didn't pass, I'm going to do you like DMV and give you another test, but in a different order, and just take it again. Get 80% or better, then inshallah we'll put your name on the list of certificate of understanding. Because we're trying to understand our deen, we're trying to understand what it means to believe in the attribute of Tauheed. Okay? All right. So whoever wants to use this paper, don't trip off the color and all this, how long it is, why is it so long? The main thing is the questions on here. Okay, if you want to use this, you can use this. If you need another piece of paper, there's no problem. We have extra paper here. Our brothers donated pens and paper. So anyone who would like to use paper, you guys can use this as well. Somebody open this up. Let's open it up. And whoever wants it, alhamdulillah. Okay? What I will do, I'm going to read off each question one by one. Okay? I'm going to read it through once, then I'm going to go ahead and read it through again, If you have a question about any question, feel free to raise your hand after I go through it the second time. When you are finished with your test, turn your test over until I give you further instructions, inshallah. Okay? Put your names on top of the papers. And my nasiha for all of you is to say Bismillah before you begin. Yes.
So we want to go as we go along.
So I'm gonna read them all. You can go. You can be a speed racer. There's no problem. But I'm gonna read off each question, inshallah. Because some people might not know how to read that way. You don't know. Okay. Bismillah. Number 1. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that what speech is the best speech? What speech is the best speech? Again, number 1, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that the best speech is what speech? Number 2, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that what guidance is the best guidance? What guidance is the best guidance? What guidance is the best guidance? Number 3, what is a da'i? What is a da'i? Again, number 3, what is a da'i? Number 4, what is the definition of al-Islam? What is the definition of al-Islam? What does it mean? Al-Islam. Number 5, upstairs in the printer, grab those copies. I printed 5 more copies out. It's in the printer. I just didn't put them out yet. In the printer. Number 5, what is the definition of a Muslim? What is the definition of a Muslim? When one says that they are a Muslim, what does that mean? What is a Muslim? Number 6, who was created first, the jinn or man? Who was created first, the jinn species or mankind? Who was created first, jinn or men? There's 3 of them. Okay, number 6. Who was created first, the jinn or man? Number 7. What are the jinn made out of? What are the jinn made out of? Again, the jinn. The jinn are made out of what? Again, number 7. What are the jinn made out of? Number 8. What are the malaika, the angels, made out of? What are the malaika, the angels, made out of? Number 8. What are the angels made out of? Number 9. What was mankind made out of? What was mankind made out of? Mankind, nas. Number 10. What was Shaitan's name before his disobedience? What was Shaitan's name before his disobedience? Before his disobedience. Number 11. What was his disobedience? What was his disobedience? What was Shaitan's disobedience that made him disobedient? What was it that he did? Number 12. What does the word Iblis mean? What does the word Iblis mean? Iblis. What does the word Iblis mean? Number 13. What is our purpose in life? What chapter and verse is this in? What is our purpose in life? And what is the chapter and verse? What is our purpose in life? If one were to ask you, well, what is your purpose in life? What chapter and verse is that in? Number 14. Do the angels have free will? Do the Malaika have free will? Number 15. Do the jinn have free will? Do the jinn have free will? The jinn. Number 16. What does the word Adam mean? What does the word Adam mean? Adam. What does the word Adam mean? Number 17. What did Shaitan promise that he would do? What did Shaitan promise that he would do? What did Shaitan promise to Allah? Number 18. Define the word taqwa. Define the word taqwa. What is taqwa? Allah says, this is a guidance for those who have taqwa. Hudan al-muttaqin, taqwa. What is taqwa? We hear this word all the time. Taqwa, taqwa, ittaqallah, taqwa. What does it mean? Number 19. What are the 5 pillars? And I don't want them all rambled in different order. I want them in order. Don't ramble them. Don't just throw them out there. We need to know that you know them in order. If you listen to the first hadith I said about Tauheed, I gave you 3 of them in order. Hint, hint. So what are the 5 pillars in order? 5 pillars. And this is elementary. We first become Muslim, we got to learn the 5 pillars. So there should be no problem with this answer. Inshallah. Number 20. Don't worry, I'm going to come back. We're going to go with this 2 times. I'll give you some more time. What are the 5 pillars? Number 20. What are the 6 articles of Iman? What are the 6 articles of Iman or the 6 articles of faith? What are the names of the 6 articles of Iman? What are the 6 articles of Iman or faith? '21. What are the 3 levels of Iman or 3 levels of faith? There's different levels of faith. What are they? What are the 3 levels of faith? Number 22. What is the first aspect of the deen that should be taught? What is the first aspect of the deen that should be taught? What is the first aspect of the deen that should be taught? Number 23, excuse me. Number 23, define the answer for question 22. So 22 was, what is the first aspect of the deen that should be taught? So whatever your answer was in 22, it says define the answer in number 23. Let your brain think. Number 23, define the answer for question number 22. Okay. Now number 24, name the 3 aspects of the answer for question number 22. So whatever your answer was for number 22, define for me the 3 aspects of that answer, of that word. What are the 3 aspects of that word? And that'll be number 24. Number 25, what was the mission of all the prophets? What was the mission of all the prophets, and what chapter and verse says this? What was the mission of all the prophets? Number 26, what is Tauheed? What is the definition of Tauheed? What is the definition of Tauheed? Number 27, what sin will not be forgiven? What sin will not be forgiven? And give an example or examples. What sin will not be forgiven? '28. Who was Isa alayhi salam? How was he born or how was he created? Who is Isa alayhi salam? How was he born or created? Isa alayhi salam. Number 29. What is Tawbah? What is Tawbah? What are its prerequisites? What is Tawbah and what are its prerequisites to obtain Tawbah? What is Tawbah and what are the prerequisites of Tawbah? Number 30. What is the ruling with regards to charms or talismans? What is the ruling with regards to charms and talismans? Lucky charms and rabbit's foots, 40 clovers and horseshoes, things like that. "31. If one wears a charm, what is the harm? If one wears a charm, what is the harm?" Number 32. If one goes to a fortune teller, a palm reader, etc., what is the consequence? If one goes to a fortune teller, palm reader, etc., what is the consequence? Number 33. Why were the stars created? Why were the stars created? What were the only reasons that the stars were created? What are the purposes of the stars in the sky? And why? What or why were the stars created? 34. What is minor shirk? What is one of the minor shirks? It's a well-known hadith. What Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "I fear this for my ummah." This is the minor shirk. What is it? The black ants on the black knife on the black rock. Still ain't got it, huh? Okay. The minor shirk. 35. What is the reward for one destroying a talisman, a charm, or a statue, or anything in that matter? What is the reward for one destroying a talisman, a charm, figurine, statue, or anything in that matter? "36. Can one wear something containing Quran verses only? Can one wear anything pertaining to Tamim, thinking that it can protect them, even if it's just Quranic verses? Can we do that?" Number 37. What is the ruling with regard to magic? What is the ruling with regards to magic in Islam? What's the ruling? Number 38, and this is pertaining to an ayat in the Quran. Who taught men magic? I'm going to give you a hint. Chapter 2, verse 102. Who taught men magic? Who taught men magic? "39. What is the punishment for magic, or those guilty of caught or guilty of doing magic? What is the punishment for them? What is the hudud?" For those who get caught doing magic, what is the hoodoo? What is the punishment? Number 40. What is the Arabic word for soothsayer, palm reader, fortune teller? What is the Arabic word for this? What is the Arabic word for the soothsayer, fortune teller, palm reader, gift snatcher? "41. How do these soothsayer or palm readers or fortune tellers, how do they get their information? 41. How do these palm readers, soothsayers, fortune tellers, how do they get their information? "42. What is the hadith with regards to pleasing Allah and not men?" Those who weren't here, there was a hadith that I quoted about pleasing Allah and not men. Pleasing Allah and not men. There was a hadith with regards to those who please Allah, whoop de whoop de whoop, and not men. And then Allah tells you it's a hadith. I want to know if you guys can say it back to me, the hadith. Number 43. How does one swear an oath? If you want to swear an oath, how do you do it? There's only one way to swear on something. How do you do it? How do you swear to Allah? 44. What is the ruling with regards to pictures and statues? What is the ruling with regards to pictures and statues? What is the ruling with regards to pictures and statues? 45. How many wives did Abraham alayhi salam have? Two
You already answered it.
There's more than that. But how many wives did Ibrahim alayhi salam have? Okay, you got that one. Well, then how about this one? Number 46, what were their names? How about that? Number 46, what were their names? What were the names? Number 47. Where was the second wife from? Where was the second wife from? Where was the second wife from? Number 48. What was his firstborn son's name? Abraham alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam. What was the name of his firstborn son? Ibrahim alayhi salam. His firstborn son. Number 49. What does his name mean? What does this name mean? So again, what is the definition of number 48? What does his name mean? Number 50. Where did Abraham send his wife and son to? Where did Abraham send his second wife and son to? Where did they get sent to? Where did Abraham send his wife and firstborn son to? Where did he send them off to? Number 51. This second wife, the one that he sent off, she is also called the mother of who? She is also called the mother of the who? She is the mother of who? Number 52. Who rebuilt the foundation of the Aqabah? Who rebuilt the foundation of the Aqabah? Who rebuilt the foundation of the Aqabah? And last but not least, number 53. What dua did they make for the city when they rebuilt the foundation of the Aqabah? Who rebuilt the foundation of the Aqabah? Number 52. And what dua did they make for the city while they were making the foundations of the Aqabah? What was the dua that they made for the city? Okay, I'm gonna go through them again one more time quickly, real quickly. If you have any questions, raise your hands after I'm done. Number 1, what speech is the best speech? Number 2, what guidance is the best guidance? Number 3, what is a da'i? Number 4, what is al-Islam? Number 5, what is a Muslim? Number 6, who was created first, jinn or men? Number 7, what are the jinn made out of? Number 8, what are the malaika made out of? Number 9, what is mankind made out of? Number 10, what was Shaitan's name before his disobedience? Number 11, what was his disobedience? Number 12, what does Iblis mean? Number 13, what is our purpose in life? And what is the chapter and verse for that dalil? 14, do the angels have free will? 15, do the jinn have free will? 16, what does Adam mean? 17, what did Shaitan promise that he would do? Number 18, what is taqwa? 19, what are the 5 pillars? 20, what are the 6 articles of Iman? 21, what are the 3 levels of faith? 22, what is the first aspect of the deen? 23, define and answer the question 22. 24, name the 3 aspects of answer 22. 25, what was the mission of all the prophets? What chapter and verse? 26, what is Tauheed? 27, what sin will not be forgiven? 28, who was Isa? How was he born, created, etc.? 29, what is Tauba? What are the prerequisites? 30, what is the ruling with regards to charms and talismans? 31, if one wears the charm, what is the harm? 32, if one goes to a fortune teller, palm reader, etc., what is the consequence? 33, what was the stars created? 34, what is minor shirt? 35, what is the reward of destroying a talisman? 36, what can one wear something just pertaining to Quran verses used as tameen? 37, what is the ruling with regard to magic? 38, who taught men magic? 39, what is the punishment for magic? Number 40, what is the Arabic word for soothsayer, palm reader, fortune teller? 41, how do these palm readers and whatnot, how do they get their information? 42, what is the hadith with regards to pleasing Allah and not man? 43, how does one swear an oath? 44, what is the ruling on pictures and statues? 45, how many wives did Abraham have? 46, what were the names? 47, where was the second wife from? 48, what was the name of the firstborn son of Abraham alayhi salam? 49, what does his name mean? 50, where did Abraham send his wife and newborn son? 51, she is called the mother of the whos. 52, who rebuilt the foundation of the Aqabah? And the last, 53, what dua did they make for that city as they were doing the foundations of the Aqabah. What I want you to do is pass your papers to the right. One time to the right. Sister Samai, you come over, you break down, you don't have to do that. Hers, you go to the sister over here, go like this. Your men, you pass yours to the men. Sister, you go all the way back around. You pass yours to Nyla. She's gonna pass yours this way. Yeah. She gets yours, you get Sister Nadira's. Everybody pass your paper one to the right. So that everybody has one in their hand, and it's not yours. Matter of fact, here, pass around this, I'm going to do this in the beginning. Go ahead and staple the papers, pass it. Staple your papers.